Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. Well, what are we talking about? We're talking about money. We're talking about money flow. We're talking about money shifts real time. So I want to repeat, welcome to my live stream. I hope you've had a wonderful day. I am in the future. It is morning time for me. So welcome. We are talking about money. What is this? We're talking about money. We're talking about real-time money flow, real-time money shifts, because ultimately I want you to be able to have generational prosperity. My live stream is very intense. It's very informational and educational. So I want you to understand that this is not entertainment. I am here to change how you think, change how you look at things so that you have freedom of thoughts, freedom of action, and a better likelihood of having generational prosperity. So I do have a moderator. Some of you know that. My moderator is on point. So if you are not familiar with some of the things that I'm talking about, I'm going to ask you to focus even more. People who are familiar with what I'm talking about, feel free to engage, but please do not have any side conversations in my live stream. Do not come in my live stream promoting you or your products, okay? I want you to understand that this is a place where we're talking about money. Politics, religion, gender, all of those things have no place in my live stream. Last but not least, I need you to tap the screen. When you tap the screen, that lets me know that you're understanding me, we're vibing, and I can help as many people as possible. So if you're ready to get started, you're ready to learn how to follow money flow, money shifts real time, welcome to my live. My name is Tara. I live stream every single day. I love history, I love business, I love economics, and I like taking current events and helping you understand what that means for you. So if you're ready for me to get started, please tap that screen and give me hearts, because what are we starting off with? We are starting with stocks. We are starting with futures. And if you guys don't know, I try to simplify things as much as possible for you. So please tap that screen. Please keep tapping that screen, and let's get started. Now, I'm here to make you think. It's really critical that you guys all understand I am here to help you think critically when it comes to your money and your ability to earn money and stack this cash. Do not ask me what to do. The purpose of me having these live streams is to help you understand how to think. And by you asking me what to do with your money, that defeats the purpose of my live stream, and you have a high probability of getting blocked, okay? I need you to think. Now, stock futures fall. Stock futures are falling. Guess what? Surprise, surprise. It's not a surprise. Stock futures went up right before Pump It Monday. Okay, what was Pump It Monday? Pump It Monday was the day that all of you were getting ready to buy into a stock market that was on sale. Stock futures went up. Stock futures are now down, okay, as the limits on Chinese exports kick off. Guys, do you not see a consistent pattern? There is a pattern here. There is a pattern of breadcrumbs, pieces of information, not all the information, pieces of information being strategically placed in front of your face to get you to perform a certain outcome. So when I talk to you about Pump It Monday, the reason why I called it Pump It Monday is that on Friday, the stock markets ended on a higher note. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol proceeds to release an announcement saying that there is a reprieve on tariffs on tech. This is all on Saturday and Sunday, getting you ready for Monday. What do? You come in on Monday because you have all these people telling you that the stock market's on sale. The stock market is not goddamn Sephora. The stock market cannot be on sale like Gucci. Do you understand? So when they're telling you to have hope, and they're telling you that the futures is up, and they're telling you that Asian markets are up, don't you find that the least bit odd that they're taking something that is technical, that is based on business, and they're equating it to a Victoria's Secret sale? Come on, do you not see what I'm saying? So when you have analysts and institutional investors trying to encourage you to empty out your savings account for a stock market like it's a Victoria's Secret sale, do you not find that to be the least bit odd. When a business, let's just say hypothetically, someone's trying to sell a major international conglomerate, and they're telling you that this business is on sale. If they're telling you a big business, international conglomerate is on sale, any real businessman, woman who buys businesses, who does mergers and acquisitions, you know if someone's discounting something, it's a red flag. Come on, I know I have some people who deal with mergers and acquisitions. If you're going to buy a company and that company's on sale, you know and I know that no one discounts a business unless there's something wrong with it. So when you have these folks telling you that Wall Street is the greatest sale that you've ever seen in your life, it's a buyout sale. It's a closeout sale. It's no different than Dollar General going out of business. So when I told you the purpose of my live stream is to help you think, it is critical for you to be able to think on your own so that when you choose to put your money in a certain fund, when you choose to put your money with a certain investor, you need to do it with a full present mind, body, and spirit. That is the purpose of my life. If you're going to do something, you're not going to do it off of the back or credibility of a person because they have a few alphabets after their name. If you're going to hand someone your money to invest, I want you to be able to question them, analyze their logic, and call them out on their bullshit. Because at the end of the day, cash will always be king. Bullshit walks, cash talks. Did you hear me? Bullshit walks, cash talks. So when they told you the futures were up, of course the futures were up. They were pumped up. Now the next day, futures are down. Investors are grappling with uncertainty. Guys, the point of investing is that there is uncertainty. There's uncertainty in life. And when investors cannot comprehend uncertainty, I have to question your skill set, because the purpose of being objective, analytical, is to go back to the numbers and go back to the foundations. You look for trend lines, you look for support lines, you go back to the basics. If investors cannot grapple with the laws of the investment jungle, I'm telling you, as a human to human, it does not make sense. And when it does not make sense, it's probably going to be at your expense. When it doesn't make sense, it usually doesn't make money. It only makes money for the person who's playing you like a fiddle. That's what you must critically understand. It doesn't make sense for a reason. The stock market being on sale, that language should not be in the same sentence. Equating Wall Street to a goddamn sale should never be in the same sentence. So when you have people being disrespectful to a capitalistic system that was originally designed to raise funding for businesses, and they're treating it so casually and so lightly, like they're shopping in a great mall, you need to understand the BS. You need to smell it. You need to call it. And you need to retract from it, because cash is invaluable. You must respect your cash. You can no longer hold other people accountable for your decision to hand over your money to them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when investors are grappling with uncertainty, I'm saying giddy up, let's play. When I hear uncertainty, I say game on. What does it mean by game on? It means I pull out my measurements. I start doing calculations. I start putting in lines. That's what it means for me. So when an investor is threatened by the movements of a market that's supposed to be unpredictable, I'm telling you, you might want to proceed with caution. Real talk. No one can become an investor unless they get the technicals and fundamentals. And if they can't handle the technicals and fundamentals, you are basically at a circus show. You are at a money circus show, and the person who's going to pay for it is you. All right? Now, they're blaming Trump's trade policies. Trump trade policies is playing a part, but Trump's trade policies are actually identifying a vulnerability that you are going to pay for. What is that vulnerability? You got people moving your money who's chillaxing. I said it, they're chillaxing. They've been chillaxing. They do not understand the basics. They do not understand the principles, and or they no longer care for it because they've made so much money manipulating the markets. You need to understand that we are at a critical point in history where you must understand money or you will not have this money. Did I lose y'all? The heart stopped. I'm just getting started on my live stream. If this information is too intense for you, you might want to scroll. But everyone else who's familiar with me, I need you to multitask. I need you to tap and I need you to think. Because for some of you, I'm challenging your paradigm. You see, one thing that happens in history, things change. Things change in life. And when industries are changing, business is changing, relationships are changing, you got to change. No, I'm not. I'm tracking like a tank. Good. You must change. You cannot follow money. You got to hunt money. That is why certain people are able to strategically stack cash, because they understand when you chase the money, you're already late. You have to be ahead of the game. And the problem is that you have so many different people coming at you from different points of view. It's hard to think straight. That's what they want you to feel, like you cannot think. But if you get back to the basics and you understand the fundamentals, it doesn't mean anything what they say. Because I go in like a laser. That doesn't make sense. And I'm going to give you many examples in my live stream about what makes sense and what does not make sense. But I need to make sure that you guys are with me because you've taken a pause. And I'm just getting started. I need y'all to keep up with me. Come on, don't make me ask twice. Please tap that screen. Do not make me ask twice. The Dow is down 0.5%. S&P is down 0.8%. NASDAQ future, which is tech heavy, is down 1.2%. Don't be surprised. It's supposed to be down. Does anyone in my live stream know why it's down? And don't tell me it's tariffs. Do you know why the stock market went up barely and it came back down? Do not tell me tariffs. Does anyone understand the fundamentals of why the stock market is declining? Anybody? Do you have insight as to why it's gone down? I told you, get back to the basics. Why? Manipulation, yes. What else? Let's dig deeper. Confidence is down. Perfect. What else is going on? Why is confidence down? Why is confidence down? Does anyone know? Uncertainty, yes. But why? Why are consumers? Why are you uncertain? Let's peel this back. Let's peel it back. It's not even bonds. It's even more. Our economy is based off of spending. Spending is being slashed. The media is playing a part. Spending is being slashed. When spending is being cut, investments are being manipulated, job outlooks are low. When I say peel it back to the basics, I mean take it back to the basics. You are uncertain for a reason. Part of the reason is because of the media. Yes, but it's not the media. There's things that are going on that's impacting your bank account. And if you do not feel positive about your economic outlook, you lose your confidence. And when you lose your, yes, it's about money. No one has the money to spend. It's about money. Economies cannot grow unless people are buying and selling. So it's not about bonds. It's about your ability to buy. That is the fundamental problem, your ability to buy. So when I talk to you about having respect for your money and holding on to your money and being able to earn more money, it's fundamentally how much money do you have? How much money can you spend? Do you have money to save? Because if you don't have that, that is the crux of the problem. All this other stuff, it's a spinoff. Do you have the money that you used to have or you want to have? And if the answer to that question is no, how is it that the stock market's going up and your bank account balance and your salary's going down? It does not make sense. Are you okay? Now I'm getting ready to go in hard. All right. That was the preheating. I was preheating your oven. Now I'm getting ready to kick it up a few gears. I'm getting ready to kick it up a few gears. Okay. I was just dusting off your cobwebs. I was getting you together. I'm getting ready to kick it up a few gears on your mind. Are you ready for me? Okay. Some of you know who I am. Some of you have never seen me before. If you're new to my live stream, I'm going to suggest this. If you're new to my live stream, before you start commenting, I'm going to ask you to listen and tap. Those of you who have been watching me and you understand the rules of the game, you engage with me. I'm going to repeat, okay? Because some of you guys, you contact me and say, I got muted, I got blocked. Here's the rules of the game. If you do not understand fully what I'm talking about and you're new to my live stream, I want you to listen and I just want you to tap the screen. Those of you who know me and you understand what I'm saying, feel free to engage, but make sure you follow the rules, all right? So let's kick this off. Yesterday I told you that on April 4th, April 4th, China had stopped exporting critical rare minerals worldwide. Now, those critical rare minerals are important, but specifically, they were important to tech. Now, what is tech? Tech is Mag 7. Now, a lot of you went in and you put your money into the stock market on Monday. Hello, Kizzy. You put your money into the stock market, but you did not know that about a week ago, that China had stopped exporting critical rare minerals worldwide. Now, I explained to you yesterday why that was a boss move. And I said because they did that, they really did not need to sit down and have a conversation with the U.S. about tariffs. Now, some of you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but some of you know what I'm talking about. I said China, because of that move, hello, Dante, because of that move, they no longer had to sit down with the U.S. Now, I got the counter move for you. I got the counter move for you. So let me walk you through. Trump has moved. Trump is basically requiring U.S. to stockpile deep sea minerals to counter China. My live stream is about real-time money flow. I've told you that money does not disappear. Money moves. And when you understand why and how money moves, you can kind of ensure your generational prosperity. That's the premise of my live. And I use current events and history to educate you on the patterns and the nuances of how money moves. Even during a recession, there is always an economic boom. I'm going to repeat this. Even during a recession, there is an economic boom. All right? Now, money moves. When China decided to start stockpiling oil, China has landed in Chile and they were stockpiling copper. China has gone to Vietnam and Vietnam has found 150 mines of precious metals. I said China made a boss move yesterday and they no longer have to bow down to the tariffs that the U.S. was giving. Now let me tell you what the U.S. has done. They've raised the stakes. The U.S. is basically stockpiling minerals. Now, why are they stockpiling minerals? We are stockpiling minerals because without minerals, we cannot produce and buy finished goods. You see, the U.S. is a consumer-based economy. We buy finished goods. We buy finished goods from great nations like China. If China is withholding critical rare minerals, that prevents companies like NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, Google from producing certain technologies, you understand how that could grip our economy, right? If you don't have the precious minerals to build a cell phone, for AI development, for chips, for humanoid robots, for EVs, you understand it can shut down our nation, right? So when China on April 4th actually stopped exporting worldwide, that was in response to a few things that the U.S. has been doing. Now, what the U.S. has done is Trump has signed an executive order. You ready to hear some more? The U.S. has countermoved what China has done. This is about money, 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 money. We have minerals here too. We do have minerals here, but we don't have the quantity of minerals that we need to satiate our consumer needs. I'm going to repeat this. We have rare minerals, but we don't have the quantity of rare minerals that we need to satiate our consumer wants. First. Next, China mines, refines 90% of the world's critical minerals. Listen, some of you guys are commenting. You're commenting, but you're not listening. And when you're doing more commenting than listening, you're going to get blocked or muted. You got to listen to me. China mines 90% of rare critical minerals. And then they would take those minerals and create your electronics that they would export and we would import into the U.S. So in addition to stockpiling critical natural resources, they are also the giant for mining and producing them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now what is Trump doing? Trump is aiming to stockpile deep sea critical minerals on U.S. territory in case of conflict with China. The U.S. aims to stockpile deep sea critical metals on U.S. territory in case of a conflict with China. Aren't we already in conflict? We are already in conflict. That is why this is an economic power struggle. We are essentially going tug of war over money flow. So when they're telling you, if we're in conflict with China, we're stockpiling minerals, anyone who knows history, if you know history, you know what happened with OPEC. You know what happened with OPEC. This is a kind of similar situation with OPEC where the U.S. is like, oh, damn, someone has us by the balls. We can't accept that. We have to find a way to make sure that we are not subjugated. We're not at the power, or we're not at the, I can't think of the word right now. We are not at the hands, lost our power to someone else. What is the answer plan in simple, please? User, goodbye. I told you guys, if you're not listening and you ask me questions, you will be blocked. This is about money flow. We're at the mercy. Thank you, Raul. Thank you. We are at the mercy. When the U.S., thank you guys, when the U.S. finds that it's at the mercy of another country, does anyone know how we react? Listen, the U.S. has a pattern of when we feel that thank you, Daryl. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is something when I talk to y'all about history, economics, money flow, you must understand the dynamic that's happening in front of your face. I'm here to teach you to think so that you understand what to do with your money. China is stockpiling resources, and it's called critical for a reason. Trump has just signed an executive order for us to start stockpiling. Now, do we have to engage in conflict? No, we do not. I want you to understand, fundamentally, this is about money. Fundamentally, this is about money. Everybody wants to prosper. But the problem is that we have some egos getting into play here. We all want to prosper. We all want to do what we're good at. But fundamentally, there's something that's getting in the way from two titans sitting down and dividing up this bag. This is essentially about cash, people. This is about cash. This is about money. Now, because of these talks that's going on, you as a person have to decide what you're going to do with your money and how. That's why I say cash is king. There's so many different things that's happening in front of your face that you really have to understand the value of your money. and what you're doing with it. You can't just have oh, yesterday I made this money. You have to be thinking about today, and you have to be considering what's happening right now. So Trump is ordering a tariff probe on all U.S. critical minerals. Trump has just ordered a tariff probe. Clay, you just got blocked. Clay, you're getting blocked. I told you not to ask me such questions. You are here to learn how to think. If you cannot think and make a decision on your own, you're not going to be in my live stream. I'm here to help you think so you can make a decision about what to do with your money. If you want to give me your money, then I'll tell you what to do with it. But if you're not giving me your money, why are you asking me what to do with your fucking money? You need to think. It's your money. It's your responsibility. Okay? Now back on topic. China industry is refining and producing critical minerals. The U.S. is going to put tariffs on minerals. The minerals that we need, blocking him, guess what? Trey, goodbye, Trey. I am unintelligent. Goodbye, Trey. I am very unintelligent. Goodbye, Trey. Listen, guys, if you don't like what I'm saying, you have the right to scroll. If you find that I'm unintelligent, emotionally and or mentally, you can scroll. Very simple. All right. We're going to put tariffs on critical minerals. So the critical minerals that we need, we're now putting tariffs on them. That is counterintuitive. Now, to me, I find that puzzling. The minerals that we need, we're now going to put tariffs on them. Now, that's why Greenland is so important. Oh, Luis. That's a very valid point. But here's when it gets messy. Here's where it's getting messy, okay? The tech sector that you just invested in, is going to be impacted by this. Let me know if you're with me. The tech sector that's producing our digital technologies for AI, from quantum computing, self-driving cars, these industries are going to be impacted because they need access to critical rare minerals right now. We are trying to stockpile, but there's no way that we can stockpile what is necessary to produce what is needed to support this economic boom that's happening right now. I told you a few minutes ago, we have an economic boom and we have an economic recession. If we have to go out scouting, mining for resources that we need right now, how does that impact our economic boom? That places a damper on our economic boom. So what is supposed to pull us through this is actually getting hit because of this back and forth. Do you see me? The AI, quantum computing, automations is what's supposed to pull us from the past and this economic recession, and it's supposed to pull us through into the future. How do we get this money right now in AI and quantum computing if we cannot get those resources right now? Do you think NVIDIA can afford to wait 3 to 6 months for us to scout and mine? No. What's going to happen to NVIDIA? So if we don't get these resources right now, I'm telling you, the industry, the sector, the technology that's supposed to catapult us into a digital revolution, which means money, cash, money, it does not make sense. And you're correct. So I'm trying to figure out, what does this mean? Now, here's where it gets really messy. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. The U.S. just made a boss move. I told you yesterday, China made a boss move. The U.S. has just made a titan move. Now, let me tell you what the U.S. has done. Anyone who's been watching me, you know that China was attempting to rally other countries to its side to have leverage, bargaining tariff leverage at the negotiation table. That did not go as planned. That did not go as planned. So what China then proceeded to do is to start collecting, stockpiling natural resources. Now let me tell you what the U.S. has done. You know the U.S. had Liberation Day. Liberation Day rocked this world. It caused countries to come to the table very, 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 very quickly. Now, let me tell you what's happening right now. The U.S. is using the trade talks to isolate China from the rest of the world. Countries that rely on the U.S. economy for their GDP are in negotiation with us right now. Now, because of China's boss move yesterday, the U.S. is basically saying, if you want to do business with us, then you cannot do business with them. Let me know if you understand me. Tap that screen. We are leveraging our trade tariff deals and telling these other countries that if you want to do business with the U.S., then you cannot do business with them. This is a big, we heard this on the news already, Albert. Then Albert, if you heard this on the news, why are you here? Why is this important? Countries are being forced to take a side. This is going to cause a shift in money flow that is at an extreme. And if you take a rubber band, and you stretch it to the far ends of the extreme, do you know when you stretch a rubber band so far what it does? It snaps back. This is of a magnitude that is, it's thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. It's a power move. It's an economic power move. Why am I talking to you about this? Because I told you history, business cycles, and current events actually impact money flow. So when you're asking these countries, either you don't do business with China, are you going to sacrifice your GDP? Are you going to sacrifice your GDP, or are you going to do business with me on my terms? That's essentially what we're telling 70 countries. Are you going to sacrifice your country's GDP and play by my rules? Or are you going to stand on your principles and get shut out from doing business with the United States? Let me know if you're with me. Guys, keep your feelings. There's no feelings. Keep your feelings out of this. I need objectivity. I need objectivity, no feelings. I need you to think, okay? This is about economics. You're boxing them in. And anytime when you put someone in an economic corner, when you put someone in a corner economically, you understand what happens. Now, does this have to happen? No, there has to be a better way for us to come to an economic understanding. But I'm telling you guys this for a reason, okay? This prevents China. So here, U.S. officials are leveraging 70 nations, and they're disallowing them to do business with China through their borders. If there's any Chinese companies on their soil, they run the risk of having tariffs. Do you understand? If they do business or have a Chinese business on their soil, their own sovereign soil, they run the risk of being cut off from doing business with the U.S. This is a money flow, a money shift at a magnitude that I can't even describe to you. I can't even describe to you, okay? I want y'all to understand this. So when you're taking your cash and you're putting your cash in the stock market, and people are telling you that the stock market's on sale, do you see why it's a very arrogant move? because there's things that are happening at a bigger scale that could impact you. And don't you think you need access to your money? Guys, you need to focus. You need to focus. This is about objectivity. This is about you understanding your place in this global economy. This is about you understanding how to manage your money and earn money so that you're not caught on the wrong side of the money flow. That is what this is about. If you cannot focus, you're going to be muted and or blocked. Objectivity, okay? Now, it's getting so bad. Let me tell you what's happening. Barron's. Barron's is basically saying, okay, now you got any company, any country that's attempting to do business with China, a Chinese business or China, they run the risk of getting cut off. I'm going to leave that where it is. But the only thing I want you to understand, this is a massive money shift real time. Now, I don't know how it's going to play out. But what I'm telling you, depending on what these 70 nations, what they do or do not do, if these 70 nations, what their decisions is going to make history. I'm going to repeat this. The 70 countries that are negotiating with the U.S., depending on their choices and what they do, that will make history. Now, I don't know what type of history, but from what I can see, I don't know. What does this mean for your money? Stop playing with your money. You may need this cash. I'm going to repeat. Stop playing with this money because the U.S. can put in an executive order that requires you to scrap certain things in your home for them to get rare minerals. Listen to me. You have certain technologies in your home, in your offices. If the U.S. decides for national security reasons that U.S. citizens must give up certain technologies like old laptops, old cell phones, old cars, so we can get those rare metals from those cars, you understand that's a possibility. Did you hear me? Under national security and protection of our interests, they can call back certain products that you bought to scrap it, to get what they need for national security purposes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because my likes are too low. My likes are too low. They will do it. The U.S. will do whatever it needs to do. Thank you, JM. Tap the screen if you understand what I'm saying. Please let me know. By any means necessary, the government will get the resources that it needs. And by any means necessary, the government will get the resources that it needs. And if it has to be from the citizens, it will do that. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. That's why I talk to y'all about history, because there's many different ways to impact money flow. There's many power moves that countries can do to impact money flow. Recycling. And they will recycle your stuff. It will be required by law that you drop off certain things so that it can be scrapped. You just said you didn't know, but let me tell you what I do know. Darlene, let me tell you what I do know. Bye-bye, Darlene. Bye-bye, Darlene. All right? That's where we are. So I want you to consider this. Consider this, okay? Now, because of all that's happened, Barron's is saying Reddit, Pinterest, and others are looking to be a better buy than Mag 7. Do you want to hear cray cray? You want to hear cray cray? Listen to this. Barron's is basically saying that Reddit, Pinterest, and others look better than the buy of Mag 7. When did Reddit and Pinterest become a better buy than a Mag 7? If you want to see the foolishness that's happening in the market, they're basically saying Reddit and Pinterest is a better buy than Mag 7. Does that make you want to fall back in your chair? Reddit? Now, Reddit's great. But when did Reddit become better than Mag 7? When they just told y'all. Barron said this. They just told y'all that Mag 7 was on sale. And you should empty your savings account and invest in it. Hold on now. Y'all went confused. I switched topics. I switched topics. Barron's is basically saying that Reddit and Pinterest is a better buy than Mag 7. This is how you know it does not make sense. Now, Reddit, good. It serves a purpose. Pinterest is good, serves a purpose. The Mag 7 serves a purpose also. Pinterest and Reddit cannot compare to Mag 7. That's like comparing a mountain lion to a turtle. Don't y'all know when you're getting played? They had you put your money in Pump It Monday and Tuesday. And now they're telling you they basically switch faces. They took off one face, they put on another face. After they got you to put your money into the tech sector that's on sale, they're now telling you, oh, by the way, if you got any money left, you should put that money into Reddit and Pinterest because Mag 7 is not a good buy. When did Mag 7 become a bad buy? Was that a week ago? Was that 2 weeks ago? Or was after you fleeced them? So when I tell you guys, I want you to be able to think it through. You have to understand the intentions and the motivations. Pinterest and Reddit will never be Mag 7. I don't care how much Mag 7 stock falls, and I don't care if there's a delay and them getting critical minerals to build a chip. Reddit and Pinterest is not the damn future. If you don't know Mag 7, do not ask me that question. There is some times where you need to do some research on your own because I said my live stream is educational. If you don't want to do any work, just scroll. Scroll. Put yourself out of your misery. So Mag 7 price to earnings rate has dropped. Mag 7's price to earnings ratios have dropped after Monday. If you haven't watched me, I warned you on the weekend about Monday. After Monday has come. Monday has come and gone. Now they're telling you, oh, my bad. The money's in Reddit. The money's in Pinterest. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Reddit is good, yes. Pinterest is good, yes. Mag 7 and Pinterest are two different games. Okay, you got to decide what type of money maker you are. You have to decide what type of investor you are. If you're a Reddit investor, you be a Reddit and Pinterest investor. But if you are a Mag 7 investor, you know you're built from a different stock. Real investors can call bullshit and see through this. Now they're using price to earnings ratio, but they weren't using price to earnings ratio when they were telling you that the stock market was on sale. I'm sorry, were they telling you about price to earnings ratio when the stock market was losing trillions of dollars and it was on sale? No, they're using price to earnings ratio because you know what they want? They want to earn money from you trading. And I'm going to explain to you why they want you to trade. Because you have banks who are making lots of money and profits off of your buying behaviors. I'm going to repeat. You have banks that are reporting profits because of your trading activity. So now they milked you on Mag 7. Now they're trying to get you to go buy on Pinterest and Reddit. Not because Pinterest and Reddit can compare to Mag 7. No, they want to earn commissions, fees off of your trading activities. And that is why banks are telling you right now that they're a safe haven. But I'm getting ready to get into that right now too. All right? I'm getting ready to get into that right now. Oh, Lord. Bank trading desks are minting money from trading from the chaos, okay? There's been a surge in trading revenues that's boosted the profits because of investment shifts. So banking industry went from losing money, okay? Their stocks were dropping every single day. Now magically, Citi, Bank of America have posted higher profits because traders, you're moving your money around. Some of you are cashing in, some of you are trying to diversify. All of you are doing things and they're earning money off of you. So when I ask you to pause and think about what you're doing, I want you to do that. Banks are now trying to convince you that they are the safe haven when last week their stocks were tanking every single day. You don't believe me? Look it up. The banking industry stocks were declining every single day. Now magically, after Pump It Monday, which was yesterday or 2 days ago, after Pump It Monday, they're telling you we are the place to be. Put your money to us because our Q1 profits are 21. Citi saying their Q1 profits are 21% higher. Bank of America says their Q1 profits rose by 11%. Q1 profits were based upon the activities of Q4 of the last year. I'm going to repeat. Q1 profits were based off of the setup from Q4 of last year. So if you're falling for this BS, that banks are the safe haven, they're telling you to put your money with them based off of the past. Let me give you an example. Citibank and Bank of America and all these other banks are telling you that they are the safe place to go. Last week, it was the Swiss franc and it was the damn yen. Now banks have emerged from this and they're the safe haven because they said their Q1 profits rose. Q1 was yesterday. It's like this. Imagine this. You have a woman. She has a profile, okay? She has a profile on social media. And she has a picture of herself from the past. Now, you plan on going on a date with this woman. And you see this picture, and you think this picture is of the present. And when you meet her, you realize that was a past picture. So banks are basically trying to catfish you. They're trying to tell you, hey, our Q1 profits went up. So you should put your money with us. But they're not talking to you about their money right now. They're not telling you what's happening right now. So if you put your money based off of Q1 and Q2, you don't know what's going on, you just got played. Let me tell you why. The Bank of Japan called Q2 outlook bleak. So if the Bank of Japan is basically saying Q2 outlook is bleak, how is it that the Bank of Japan has a bleak outlook for Q2 and U.S. banks are talking about Q1? Why aren't U.S. banks talking about Q2? Why aren't they talking about Q2? They're talking to you about the past. They're not talking to you about right now. So if you put money with people based off of past results and you're ignoring what's happening right now, Bank of Japan saying Q2 looks bleak. If the Bank of Japan saying Q2 looks bleak and the U.S. banks are talking about Q1, why aren't U.S. banks talking about Q2? Right. You understand me? Japan is telling you what's happening right now. We are in Q2 right now. Okay? Bank of Japan is telling you, honestly, Q2. U.S. banks is talking about Q1. So if you think banks are a safe haven because they make quarterly profits last quarter, I'm telling you, why don't you just put your money in a bucket and put it on the street? Just put your money on the bucket. They're running circles around you. If banks start telling you about their Q2 results, then makes sense. Do not put your money today based upon what happened yesterday. Because what do they say? Past performance is not an indicator of present or future performance. Hello? Past performance is not an indicator of present or future performance. So if U.S. banks are peddling their Q1 results, which were based off of Q4 setup, I'm telling you, their Q2, if I were to guess, Q2 looks bleak. Q2 looks bleak. Cash is a safe haven. Critical thinking skills is a safe haven. And understanding money flow and economic cycles is a safe haven. You keep trying to find safety with other people instead of learning how to protect your own money. If you got to protect your house, do you see Bank of America coming in to protect your home? No. If you got to protect your house, why are you relying on other people to protect your money? Now, I'm not saying investment is bad. Investing is good. Earning money is good. But you have a responsibility to safeguard your money like you do your front door and your back door. And you are the alarm system. You are the alarm system for your cash. Nobody should tell you to empty your savings account because the stock market's on sale. Anybody with some sense knows if someone's telling you to empty your bank account, don't you see a play? What's my point? Goodbye. That's my point. All right. So here I'm going to finish up my live stream. Okay. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, has sold $31 million of stock. I'm going to repeat. Banks are telling you they are safe haven. And the CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, has just sold $31 million of stock. Now, let me tell you this. If banks were going up and banks were safe haven, why is a CEO cashing out right now? Anyone got an answer for me? Tap that screen. Tap that screen. No one sells stock when the market's going up. So banks are telling you they're a safe haven, and the CEO, Jamie Dimon, okay, that's D-I-M-O-N, has sold 31 million of stock of JP Morgan shares. Try me. This is why you must think. This is why I go live, because I want to teach you how to think. You understand? You understand? The Bank of Japan saying Q2 looks bleak. Jamie Dimon has sold 31 million of JP Morgan shares. So you decide what you're going to do. Now, I have two announcements for you guys, okay? I have two announcements. First, if you want to watch the replays of my live stream, send me a message. I'll let you know how that works out. I'm going to repeat. Anyone who wants access to the replays of my live stream, I am no longer making them available for free. So if you want to watch my live streams daily, send me a message. I'll get you an email and you can pause and replay me. I'm letting you know that right now. Replays are available. DM me. I'll tell you how to do it. Second, in the near future, my live streams will be becoming exclusive. I'm going to repeat. In the near future, I will be making my live streams exclusive. What does that mean? It means you see value in what I bring, and you are going to be showing me your appreciation. ... I'm warning you now, in the near future. So for those of you who see no value in what I do, you won't miss out on me. For other people who see value in what I do, the fee is probably going to be around $3 to enter my live stream. I need to make this exclusive. I need to get the trolls out, and I need people who are focused on generational prosperity. I'm going to repeat, in the near future, I'm going to be making my live streams exclusive because I need people who are focused. I need people who want to understand real-time money flow and money shifts. And I'm not going to be giving access to everybody here because I'm sick of the trolls and people who do not understand the value of what's being added. It's coming in the near future. All right. Now, this is the portion of my live stream where everyone else, you may leave. Anyone, why are you so serious? Because I'm talking about money. What is it that you don't understand? I'm talking about money. Money. I'm talking to you about generational prosperity. I'm talking to you about how to break generational poverty. Do you not see the seriousness of generational poverty? Is there anyone in my live stream who's confused about generational poverty? Don't ask me why I'm serious when I'm talking to you about how to ride economic booms so you can create generational prosperity for you and your family. What is it that you don't seem to understand? What is it that you don't seem to understand? If you've never been broke, then you don't understand poverty. If you've never had your money taken from you, you've never been duped, then you don't understand what I'm talking about. If you've never been fleeced, lied to, played, tricked, then you don't understand. You don't understand. This is beyond you. And if you don't like my seriousness, my live stream is not for you. I am not here for your approval. I'm not here for your validation. I don't give a damn if you like me. I have information to share. If you want to hear it, it's available. If you don't want to hear it, go on with your life. Those are your rights. All right. Now, anyone who wants to know about daily cash flow, 2-hour workdays, and earning 100% profits, stick around. Everyone else, I will be back again tomorrow. So I'm going to repeat. I want to repeat. Anyone who's interested in daily cash flow, that means you earn money daily in an industry that's booming, and an industry that's legal, that uses technology that allows you to have a 2-hour workday. You earn 100% profits, and you work for yourself. Stick around. Everyone else, have a good night. Thank you for your time, and I'll be back again tomorrow. So what am I talking about? In my live, I told you that there is an economic boom. This economic boom is actually happening in the e-learning industry. The e-learning industry is a part of the digital economic boom that's happening right now. The same economic boom that's being impacted by critical resources or critical minerals is the industry that I'm talking about. Now, why am I talking about e-learning? E-learning is a rare opportunity in time that allows about anybody, essentially anybody who's an adult, to get 6-figure income earning skills. So if you've never had a chance to advance economically in your life due to family circumstances, due to budgets, due to where you were born, who you were born to, because of digital technologies, it is actually allowing everyday people who could not advance, to change their money game. Now, what do I mean? I'm talking about digital skills and technologies. Now, in order for you to have a 2-hour workday, you must understand that there has to be some type of technology that's supporting you. I'm going to repeat. The only feasible way that you can have unlimited income earning potential off of a 2-hour workday is if you are using technology. All right. This is critical for you to understand. Typically, you are accustomed to, thank you for the gift, you are accustomed to working time for money. You work for an hour, you get paid for an hour. You work for 10 hours, ideally you get paid for 10 hours. Some of you cannot even fathom that you can work for 2 hours and have a machine, an automated system working for you 24/7. This is called new money. This is a new paradigm. This is a new way to earn money. And it uses technologies like automations, online, and AI to allow you to do so. So when I tell you, you have to shift with the money. There are technologies and things that are available to you that's at your fingertips that you do not understand the value and how it's going to make your life better. On one hand, automations, robots, and AI is taking jobs. But on the other hand, there's always two sides of the same coin. On the other hand, these technologies are going to give you money freedom, time freedom, and independence to be who you are. I'm going to repeat. The same technologies that are impacting your income earning ability is your same tool, the key for your new financial prosperity. All right? Now, for those of you who are impatient, all you have to do is leave my live stream and go to my profile. For everyone else, you got 9 more minutes of my time, and let me explain. The way that you ride an economic boom is that you have to have right timing. You have to have technology, and you have to be reskilled. No problem, Flip. You have to be reskilled, and you have to take action. This is the 4-step process. Whether you watch me again, ever again, this is the 4-step process that you need for generational prosperity. You can have economic recessions and economic booms happening at the same time. Now, a recession only exists if you're on the wrong side of the money flow. If you are on the right side of the money flow, a recession doesn't matter anything to you. So that's why I spend 50 minutes of my live stream, because I'm trying to teach you how to identify the signs of money flow so that you're always in a position to ride an economic boom. Now, we got that out of the way. Whether you're a high school dropout or you're a former executive, if you do not have the ability to earn a 6-figure plus income, whether you used to or never have the ability, listen to me very carefully. We are in a time where you can order food, you can order dates, you can buy a car, you can buy clothes, you can get medicine, all from your phone. My question to you is, why are you not earning an income from these same technologies that you're paying $1,000 plus? Why are you not earning income? Digital technology means digital money. Digital technologies exist for you to earn digital money. Now, because of these digital technologies, you don't have to go to college. You don't have to graduate from college. You don't have to have a certain type of education or a certain type of work experience to earn a 6-figure income. We are in a new age where there's no more glass ceilings. There's no more you dealing with discrimination, racism, ageism, disability. You don't have to deal with that. How do you avoid dealing with that and earning daily cash flow? You need digital skills, because digital skills leverages social media to attract your customer, to bring them to your automated system. And your automated system does the heavy grinding and lifting. What does that mean? It means you have an online business that is automated, that does the selling, that does the grinding, that does the hustling for you. You don't have to deal with rejection. You don't have to deal with closing a sale, because the automated system, which is already built, it's already built. All you have to do is get a domain name, plug your domain into it, and get the skills to use the technology. Are you with me? Just like you use a computer to write your profile to get a date, you can use a computer that has your website, and behind your domain name, you have an automated system that's working to earn you income 24/7 in an industry that is booming. The e-learning industry is a $1.5 billion, that's $1 billion daily industry. This industry is projected to double by 2027. So in 2 years, the e-learning industry is going to go from 1.5 to $3 billion daily. That's money. There's no gatekeepers. There's no license. There's no permits. There's no red tape. There's no one standing in your way. So when I say you could be a high school dropout and you're an adult, you can get 6-figure income earning skill sets, and this opportunity never existed before. It's all because of the digital revolution. Are you with me? Now, if you want to learn more, good. Go to my profile. Now, I want y'all to understand something. I'm talking about 2-hour workdays. I'm talking about daily cash flow, and I'm talking about 100% profits. When I say 100% profits, you earn 100% profits. You earn 100% profits. You do not work for me. You work for yourself. Just like you go onto Amazon's website, you order shampoo on Amazon's website. That order gets sent to Amazon's warehouse. Amazon's system, automated system, processes your order. Amazon then sends your order to its automated system, and then they start working on packaging it and shipping it out. Imagine having your version of an automated system, but instead of dealing with inventory, Instead of having employees, it's all digital. You don't have to create anything. You don't have to create a product. You don't have to create a service. And you don't have to create an automated system. It's plug and play. It's like getting a franchise. If you get a Starbucks franchise, guess what? The founders of Starbucks did all the hard work. All you have to do is get approved for this franchise, get the skills to manage and run this franchise, and then you start earning money. But this is done online. So if you're interested on how to get daily cash flow, working for yourself, 100% profits, my website is on my profile. Next, I want you to understand something. When I say 100% profits, what does that mean? 100% profits mean you earn the revenue, you keep all the revenue. You earn $100, you keep $100. You earn $600 in a day, you keep $600. You earn $5,000 in one day, you keep $5,000. Not interested. Goodbye, Tommy. Y'all got to find a better woman to troll. You got to find a better person to troll. I'm not the one. Now, how much does this cost you? It's a one-time investment for you. You get an automated system. You get six-figure reskilled digital skills at the right time and industry is booming. It's a one-time investment of $100, $300, or $600. I'm going to repeat. There's no hidden costs. There's no multi-level marketing. There's no network marketing. There's no affiliate marketing. There's no cold calling. There's no DMing. There's none of that. You have an automated system. You work for yourself. It is an online business. The automations give you time freedom. You're no longer trading time for money, and you have the ability to do as you please. But the only way that this works is if you get digital skills. The skills and the technology come together. It is cheaper than your cell phone. It's cheaper than some of your sneakers. It's cheaper than your gaming system. You have an opportunity to get taught digital skills, which is earning people six-figure income skills. You earn 100% of the profits. You work for yourself. And these skills are what you're going to be. Is it similar to becoming, oh no, D's, I've done Amazon. No. I've done Amazon. No. No. You see, to do Amazon, you got to advertise. There's no advertising here. When I tell you there's no expenses for this business, there's no expenses for this business. You invest one time in an automated system. You get an education and an automated system at the same time. After that, there's no expenses. Amazon and Walmart, you more than likely have to pay for marketing and advertising. There's no marketing, there's no advertising. There's no monthly fees. There's no employees. There's no shipping. There's none of that. You will be taught some hardcore digital skills that people who are earning six figures, seven figures anywhere in the world, if you get these skills, you are set. It's step by step. A 4-year-old can do it. It's beginner friendly, and there's live mentoring. There's a community of people of like-mindedness that you will join, and you will be there to support each other. Nobody works for anybody. This is your own business. This is independent. I want to repeat. You do not work for anyone. This is not 1099. This is not 1099. You earn the money. You pay the taxes. No one is paying you. The customer comes to your automated system. The customer pays you directly. I'm going to repeat. The customer comes to your automated system. The customer pays you directly. The money goes directly into your bank account the next day. There's no middleman. The money goes directly to your bank account. This is real. This is legal. This is legit. E-learning is online learning. The same skills that you're going to be taught. Thank you. The same skills you're going to be taught, you can offer that to other people and earn full income. So let's, for example, if you've never earned $600 from one customer in one day, I want you to imagine that. I want you to be able to imagine getting one sale worth $600. All that money going to you. All the money you earn. So if this has piqued your interest on any level, all you have to do is leave my live, Go to my profile, go to my website. Everything is there. What would you be teaching the class? Nope, Belle. The information, the class is already created. Belle, I'm going to call you Belle. Belle, the information is already recorded. I'm not teaching anything. And matter of fact, the same information that you're learning, I've already learned. I'm going to repeat. The same information that you would be learning, I've already learned. You will see me in the same community. Did you hear me? I have learned what you're going to be learning. The information is online, it's pre-recorded, and you can watch it at your leisure. This is Learn to Earn, and this is real time. This is real time. You can be up and running, turning a profit by day 7. Now, some people can't do it. Some people need 4 weeks. Some people need 90 days. But what I want you to understand is this. If you've never had the opportunity to earn $600, $300 in a day off of a 2-hour workday using automations, you should take a look at this. You should take a look at this. That's it. My profile, my email, my profile, my website. I hope to see you on the other side. This is a real opportunity for anyone who wants time freedom, money freedom. This is a real opportunity for people who are done trading time for money. It is beginner friendly. It is budget friendly. It's a one-time investment. When I say one-time, I mean one-time investment. And this is cheaper than your cell phone. And you can be setting up a legacy for your family. You will be taught how to earn money digitally. You will be taught how to have different income streams. So instead of working 3 jobs, if you had an automated system, you could have 3 to 4 income streams. You could have 17 income streams, all online digitally, without spending money on marketing and advertising, without having to deal with complicated tech, and without having to deal with drop shipping, inventory, or employees. A 4-year-old can do this. A 4-year-old can do this. And this is the way that you earn digital money online, 100% profits. Are we just following you? Will they see the link? Belle, what you have to do is, yes, you can follow me if you want, but to get the website link, you actually have to go to my profile. And if you don't know how to get to my profile, all you have to do is send me a message and I'll send it to you. So if you want to follow me, please do so. If you don't want to follow me, that's on you. You can send me a message or you can find your way to my profile, and that's where you'll get my web link from. Have a good night, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for your time. Let's get this money, everyone. Let's get this money. Have a good night.